Can you still hear me? Yay, it's working. Right. See me just right. We will get started in a comfortable seat. So whatever that means for you. Arrange yourself so that you feel comfortable. Either close the eyes or a soft focus gaze onto one point. Allow your seat to get heavy, the sit bones to root down. Feel the contact between the foundation, your base, and the ground or your prop. Let that contact become heavier. And lift up through the crown of the head. So the crown of the head ascends up towards the ceiling. The shoulders are relaxed. And the upper arms and the elbows hang into the sides of the body so that the arms, the forearms and the hands can just rest either on your thighs or your lap. And take a deep inhale through the nose. A clearing exhale out through the mouth. And close the lips. And let the breath settle. Just settle into a natural rhythm. And become aware of the stillness of the physical body. How does that feel? The stillness. And begin to notice now that there is movement within the body, drawing your attention inside, and becoming aware of all the subtle sensations, all the processes that are ticking over. And simply observe what's going on. So feel all the tingling, the gurgling, the bubbling, whatever it might be for you. Any physical sensations in the body, as well as the natural processes at work. You may notice that you're drawn to discomfort. There might be aches or stiffness or injury. You may feel some emotional sensations. Or it may be that the mind is a bit busy and that is distracting you this evening. But it doesn't matter, it just is what it is, and we are kind of taking a stock take of what's coming up. There's no need to try to change anything or analyze anything. I think that a lot of times when we do this internal body scan, the landscape is very similar. The same kind of things are coming up, the same kind of things attract your awareness. But occasionally you will notice subtle changes or even bigger changes. Now let go of the awareness of the physical body. Take a step back and notice your energy and your mood today. And know that when we move through the practice, you are always welcome to rest whenever you need to. You can always modify when you need to. If you have props you like to use, you can use your props. And equally use variations that you like to practice. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And there is an opportunity, if you like, to set an intention that could be for this practice. It may be for the rest of this week. It may be something very specific. And the intention could just be a word, positive affirmations of happiness, kindness, contentment. It may be a statement, I am. What do you need a little bit more of? When the mind is blank or a little bit busy, you could think about why you've chosen to take the class this evening and what is it you want to get out of it. We'll take an inhale together and send out your intentions with your exhale. Lower the hands down by the sides, either keep the eyes closed or softly open. On an inhale, reach the hands out and all the way up to the ceiling. Press the palms overhead. Exhale to draw the prayer straight down the center line. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, draw the prayer down. And one last time. Inhale, stretch out. Press the palms and exhale to draw the prayer down. We'll use an inhale to reach the arms out to the sides. And then eagle arms, bring your right arm under the left. And either hands resting on the shoulders for bear hug, or you wrap your forearms. And then find some movement here. You want to loosen through the shoulders and the upper back. So the elbows might shift up and down or side to side, round to round. And now moving with the breath, we'll use an inhale to lift the elbows up, lift the fingertips up, look up and open the chest. On an exhale, round in, bring the elbows towards your belly button and tuck the chin in. 2 more times. Inhale to reach up, lift the rib cage up. Exhale, you round in. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Your next inhale, stretch the arms out to the sides, a little squeeze of the shoulder blades to open the chest. And then eagle arms with the left arm under the right, either bear hug or wrap your forearms. And then find some movement here. And notice how it feels on this side compared to the first side, maybe a little bit different. And then we move with the breath, the inhale, you lift up, look up, maybe a little back bend at the top. And then exhale, round in and tuck the chin. 2 more with the breath. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round in. Inhale. And exhale. On an inhale, release the arms, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, look up. And then exhale, arms by the sides. Reach your left hand up to the ceiling, stretch up, and then start to lean over to your right, any amount. Keep the seat rooting down. And again, find some movement here. So not just a static hold, but you could be dropping the left armpit down and up. You might be pulsing in and out a little bit or turning the head. And you do what feels good for you. With the next inhale, we'll rise up and over to the other side. Left hand down, right hand up. Again, any movement that feels good. On your next inhale, lift up and over, a twist to the right, right hand behind and the left hand crossing over the lap. Inhale, lift up through the top of the head. Exhale, turn to your right, the right shoulder opens up. And then we're going to look over the left shoulder. So the right shoulder is opening, but we look back over the left shoulder. 2 breaths here. Now come back to center. Inhale, turning to your left, lengthening through the crown, and exhale, you twist to your left, and then look over your right shoulder. So there's a counter twist for 2 breaths. Keep your legs rooting down. Sometimes the legs want to kind of pop up, just let them relax down, and twist from the belly button to your left shoulder. And inhale to come back to center. And rock forwards to all fours. The wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Spread your fingers out. Inhale for cow pose. Look up and lengthen the spine. Exhale to cat. Round the back and tuck the chin. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale for cow pose, looking up. Exhale to cat, round the back. And then come back to a neutral spine. And we're moving into puppy pose. So step your hands forwards. Might need to move the knees back a little bit. Keep your bum, your hips above the knees. Walk the hands forward and start to sink down any amount. So you might bring your forehead down. You could bring your chin down. You may be able to bring your chest and the chin down. And if it's kind of awkward for you, you can always use a block under the breastbone and just rest here. And wherever you are, think about heavying the chest down, heavying the armpits down, and then send the breath into those areas that are resisting. 2 more breaths. So you're stretching the fingers forwards and sticking your bum up. Walk the hands back in. Back to all fours. And we'll take the side stretch. Walk your hands over to the right and sink the hips back to the heels. On your inhale, come back up. A bit of a rounding through the upper back. On your exhale, sink back down. So we're moving with the breath. Inhale to lift up. And the exhale, you sink down, hips to heels. 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, you come up. Exhale, hips to heels, and hold it here. Relax your elbows down. Let your head rest. And a couple of deep breaths into your left side. Lift up onto the hands and walk them back through center and all the way over to the left and off of the mat. Same, different side. On your exhale, hips to heels. Feel that stretch through the right side. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, float back. Inhale, forward. 3 more. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, you lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Move back, lift up again. And then we're going to settle down hips to heels in the side stretch. Let your elbows rest down, let the forehead rest. Take 2 more breaths. And come back up onto your hands and walk the hands back to center. Tuck the toes under and press back to downward facing dog. Lift your sit bones up and back behind you. And you can take any adjustments that you need here, pedaling out your feet, shaking the head. And notice how this down dog feels. And come to stillness. So we'll just go through the alignment this time. Spread your fingers out wide, press the mat away, soften the shoulders. Look back towards your legs so the back of the neck is long. Lift your sit bones up. Everybody can benefit from a little bend in the knees. And the heels are moving towards the mat, but they might not be touching down. And anytime you need to modify down dog, come to all fours or child's pose. Use an inhale to come forwards into plank. And the exhale to release your knees down, a modified plank. Bend your elbows and lower down onto your belly. Tops of the feet down. Inhale for cobra, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up through the knees or plank. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Again, inhale forwards to a plank. Exhale, knees down, bend the elbows, lower onto your belly. Inhale for cobra, lift up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, push up through the knees or plank. Exhale back to down dog. One more time. Inhale forwards to plank. Either keep the knees lifted or release them down. On your exhale, lower onto your belly. This time, extended wing. Bring your right arm straight out to the right. Roll onto your right side. So the right arm is pointing out to the right and you're on your right side. There's a shoulder stretch. And either stack the legs or bend the left knee and bring the left toes behind the right leg. Your left hand is there to prop you up. The right hand, if you need to ease off on the stretch, you can bring the hand down towards your bum. If you need a little bit more, then bring the hand up towards the top of the mat. And your head is resting down. And if you're not sure, then make sure you have a look and see what I'm doing, because people get confused. So hold it here, send the breath into that right shoulder. And come back onto the belly and switch sides. So the left arm, shift over a little bit, left arm straight out to the left. Roll onto your left side. The right hand is propping you up. Either the legs are stacked or your right hand is there, the right knee bend. And then adjust into it. Move your left arm as you need to. There should be a stretch through the right shoulder. Couple more breaths. Roll back onto your belly and bring tented fingers out to the side. So you're on fingertips. with the elbows above the wrists. Forehead down, tops of the feet pressed down, and the pelvis is heavy. On your inhale, press into the fingertips and lift the chest up any amount. Exhale, lower down. This time, inhale to lift up and bend your right knee. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, bend your left knee. Exhale to lower, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, push up, knees or plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Take 5 breaths. Follow each breath in and each breath out. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or hop to the top of the mat. A halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold forwards, let the head go. 2 more like that. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale as you fold in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Press the palms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. And be still. Close your eyes. Notice what's coming up, any new feelings, sensations. And stabilize the breath. Now release the arms down by the sides, mountain pose. We'll flow through sun salute A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank, either with the knees up or the knees down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Go through the knees or plank to down dog for 5 breaths. Make your adjustments. Find stillness and settle in. Just 3 more breaths. On your next exhale, look forward, step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up, press the palms overhead. We keep flowing. Forward fold with an exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step back to your plank. Inhale. Exhale, you lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, meeting in down dog. 5 breaths. Press the mat away and lift your sit bones up. Take 1 more full breath. And use your next exhale to look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, upward salute. Rise up. Forward fold with the exhale. Keep flowing with your breath, not speeding up. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to a plank. Inhale, press the mat away. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your back bend, any back bend. Exhale to down dog. Anytime you need to rest, you can always grab child's pose. Three more complete breaths. On an exhale, look forwards, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Step the right foot back and drop the right knee down. Reach your hands up, Anjalyasana. Now back out of the lunge. So you start to feel there's an opening through the right hip and through the front of the right quad. And you could stay just upright like this, or you start to sink the pelvis forwards and down. You might find a little back bend at the top. On your next exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and step forwards, halfway lift. Exhale and fold in. Step your left foot back. Release the back knee down, Anjalyasana. Rise up. If you need to use padding under the back knee, go ahead. Lengthen up and then sink down any amount. Open the chest, maybe look up. There shouldn't be any crunching in the lower back. You want a long curve from your tailbone all the way through the back of the head. On your next exhale, place the hands down. Lift the back knee, step back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, come forwards to your plank. The exhale, you lower down with control. Inhale for any back bend. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. And give the head a shake out. Yes, no. Moving on. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Kick out through the heel, the toes point down and the hips square. And now bend the right knee so the heel comes in towards your bum. Open the right hip up, point your right knee up towards the ceiling. So still pressing into your hands, lift the right knee up. Inhale to straighten the right leg and square the pelvis off. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, round the back. Inhale, lengthen the leg, three-legged dog. Two more times. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, extend. Last time. Exhale, squeeze it in, rock forwards, step the right foot through, and drop the back knee down. Again, low lunge. Inhale, reach your hands up, Anjalyasana. Interlace fingers behind the back of the head. Open your elbows up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and lean the head back into your hands. Deepen the lunge any amount. Inhale to look forwards, reach your hands up. Take an interlace behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull the knuckles down. Lengthen up, maybe look up. Inhale, look forwards. Release your hands down. Step back to a three-legged dog. Take the right leg up and back. Give it a shake out. and release the right foot down. And now you choose, you can stay in down dog or child's pose, or we flow through. This is all optional. Inhale forwards to a plank if you're flowing. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Take 3 breaths. Second side. Inhale, lift the left leg up, kicking out through the left heel. Point the left toes down, the pelvis is squared. Then bend the left knee, the left heel in towards your bum. Stack the left hip over the right, lift the left knee up. Keep pressing into your hands and keep looking back towards your back foot. Now straighten the left leg, square the pelvis, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the nose, run forwards. Inhale, kick, 3-legged dog. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen. Last time, exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot through. Drop the back knee down. Rising up, Anjalyasana. Interlace behind the head. Lift up, lean back. Let the head rest in your hands. Inhale, look forwards and reach the hands high. Interlace behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull the knuckles down. Lift up, look up. Inhale to look forwards. Release the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up and kick back to a 3-legged dog. Left leg up and back. Then release the left foot down. And pause, close your eyes. Stabilize the breath. Stay as you are or flow through the vinyasa, that's your choice. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down, moving with the breath. Inhale for a back bend, any size back bend. Exhale to down dog. And we'll meet in child's pose. Take the knees wide. Bring the big toes to touch. Nestle the seat back towards your heels. And let your head rest. And an option, if you like, is to bring your hands into prayer and bend the elbows so that the thumbs sit on the back of the neck. And if you're in that position, walk your elbows forward, sink the chest down. Two more breaths. If the hands are in prayer, release the hands onto the mat. Roll the forehead from side to side. Allow the shoulders and the neck to soften. Take some jawline stretches through the jaw. And inhale through the nose. A sigh out through the mouth. And be still Remember your intention. Make your way up to all fours. And then back to downward facing dog. On your exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Let the head hang. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to check in, see how you're doing. And release the arms down by the sides. Moving on, bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, sit down into chair. Bend the knees, sink the hips. If the legs are together, squeeze the legs together. Maybe sit a little bit deeper. The hands turn in towards each other. Relax the shoulders. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards. Keep the back knee lifted this time. We're going to rise up into a crescent lunge. Press into your feet and reach your hands up. Take the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Inhale to lengthen out of the waist, a bit of a lift up. Exhale, turn to your right and then hook the left elbow outside the right knee, a prayer twist. Keep the hips down into the lunge. Press the palms together, turn the chest towards your thumbs. A long line from the crown of the head to the back heel. 2 more breaths. Keep supporting yourself here. On the next inhale, we're going to come back up to a crescent lunge and then open up into warrior 2. The back heel drops down, open hips and arms. So it's quite a nice change from being in that tight twist to open in warrior 2. Bending into the front knee, pressing into the back foot. Flip the front palm and reverse. Reach up. Just let the left hand rest on the back thigh and then look down towards your back foot. And send the breath into the right side, into that side stretch. On your next exhale, really exaggerate the movement of windmilling the arms all the way down. Frame the front foot. Kick back to a 3-legged dog, right leg up and back. And release the right foot down. And then you choose. You could rest here or you could flow through the vinyasa, your choice. Inhale to a plank. Exhale lowers you down. Inhale for any back bend. And exhale to down dog. Take an inhale together through the nose. The sigh out through the mouth. Straight onto the second side. Inhale to lift your left leg up. 3-legged dog. Exhale to step the left foot through. Give it a helping hand if you need to. Crescent lunge. Rise up, both hands high. Make any adjustments that you need so you feel steady through the legs. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale, lift the chest to the thumbs. Exhale, turn to your left Unhook the right elbow outside the left knee. Adjust yourself into it and then create that space. Bring the thigh away or the belly away from the thigh. 2 more breaths. Keep pressing into your feet. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. In one swoop with your inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, and open into warrior 2. Good. Bending into your left knee, pressing into the right foot. And settle down, relax your shoulders, relax the face and the breath. Go ahead and flip the left hand and reverse. Left hand reaches up, right hand resting down. Look at your back foot. Drop your shoulders. On your next exhale, windmill the hands all the way down. Frame the front foot, kick back. 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. Release the left foot down. And pause, there's no rush. Now stay in down dog or take child's pose, or we flow through the vinyasa. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows to lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Inhale through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes touch. The option this time to have one hand on top of the other and rest your head on your hands. Reconnect to your breath, smooth it out. And equalize the inhale and the exhale. You really want the inhale and the exhale to be the same length. Just a couple more breaths here. I'm going to meet back in downward facing dog. There is an optional final flow through if you want to take it. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, lengthen up into a back bend. Exhale, we're all in down dog. On your next exhale, look forwards and step through to seated. Extend the legs out. And then bend your right knee. Step the right foot outside of the left leg. And interlace around the right shin. And hug that leg in towards you. And you want to feel a bit of a release through the lower back and an opening through the outer hip. And lengthening up through the crown. Hug the leg in. And we're going to take a twist, but we want to keep that opening through the hip. So see if you can hook your left elbow outside the knee. So you're hugging that in tight. You can either just hold on to your left arm or bring the right hand behind you. You're going to open the chest to the right, but still hugging the right leg in. So we've got a twist. We've got a hip stretch and a lower back release. Relax your shoulders and the face. Take a couple more breaths here. On your inhale, look forwards and we'll take a counter twist to the left. So run your hand inside the right shin, left hand behind. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, gentle twist to the left. And then look forwards, uncross the legs. And we'll switch sides. Bend the left knee, step the left foot outside of your right leg. Start off with that squeezing in of the shin. Find the opening through the left hip. Moving into the twist, hook your right elbow around the left knee. Maybe left hand comes behind you or you just hold on to the right arm. Turn to your left. And just find your sweet spot where you can feel that lovely stretch through the left hip. And you're enjoying the twist through the spine. Couple more breaths. And the right foot, this extended leg, the right foot is flexed. Now look forwards. Take the counter twist to the right. Run the left hand down the left shin. And inhale to sit tall, pop up the chest. And the exhale, gentle twist to the right. Now look forwards. Extend both legs forwards. A little bend in the knees. The feet might be together or slightly apart. Inhale, you sit tall. And an easy forward fold. Just drape yourself over your legs any amount. You can drop your head down. Keep an inner eye on your lower back and your hamstrings. And it doesn't have to be anything big or showy. So use this to kind of focus back inwards. And then inhale, rise up. We're going to come down onto our backs with the knees bent and the feet flat. And just pause for a moment. I always like to take time to acknowledge that transition from being upright to lying down, because that's a good sensation. And then we set up for bridge pose. So the feet are hip width and parallel, and you should just be able to tap your heels with the very tips of your middle fingers. And squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other. Press down into your feet and start to lift the hips up. Lift up any amount. And you can either keep pressing your hands down, you might want to grab onto the sides of the mat, or you interlace your fingers behind your back. And then press down into your feet, into your arms, into your shoulders, the back of the head. Lift up a little bit more. We're here for 3 more breaths. Move the arms out of the way. Light turning to the core and lower your back down. You take the soles of the feet together and the knees open wide. Rest your hands on your torso. Come back to your breath. And bring the knees back up. Another round of bridge, or if you have wheel in your practice, if you're working on wheel, you're very welcome to take wheel. I will cue bridge. So the feet are hip width and parallel. Just tap your heels with your middle fingers, press down, lift up. Any arm variation you want to use, go for it. We're here for 5 breaths in total. One more full breath. And you move your arms out of the way. Lower the back down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Hands resting, one hand on the belly, one hand on your heart. We'll bring the knees together and we'll take the legs up the wall, or legs up the fake wall. Unless you have a wall next to you, you're very welcome to move to the wall and send your legs up the wall. But I'll just demo lying on your mat, sending the legs up. So take the feet up to the ceiling. I like to bring my hands under my lower back so it kind of tilts the pelvis up slightly, and my legs can just hover. So you can do this like this on your mat. You could shuffle over to the wall and rest your legs on the wall, or hook them over a chair perhaps. Another option, if it's in your practice and you're happy to do it, is shoulder stand. You go for it if that's what you want to do. And find a comfortable position for yourself. Let everything settle. We've got 5 breaths here. And from legs up the fake wall, flex your feet, straighten the legs, start to lower both legs down, slowly all the way down, down onto your mat. And just take a moment, move your hands out from under your back. Mini Shavasana, we're not there yet. Just check in with yourself. And then bend the knees and we'll take a twist. If you have a preferred twist, you're very welcome to take it. A simple twist, bring your legs together, knees bent, shift the hips to your left, roll the knees to the right. Either right hand resting on your left thigh or resting on your belly. Extend your left arm out to the left. Let your head roll to the left. And then scan through and relax your face, your shoulders, your upper back, middle back, lower back, the whole of the front of the body, the hips and the legs. Final few breaths. And bring the legs back through center. Shift your hips a little bit to the right and let the legs roll to your left. Right arm out to the left. Left hand resting. Relax your face, your shoulders, the whole of the back. Soften the whole of the front, the hips, the legs, the feet. Be in the shape, no effort. Final few breaths. Come back to center and bring the knees in towards the chest. Give everything a squeeze. And we release into Shavasana, the final pose. Take the legs long and move the feet to the edges of the mat. Let your toes roll out to the sides. Bring the arms down by the sides and turn the palms up. And then make your adjustments through the back of the body. Soften the whole of the face. A deep inhale through the nose. And a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Let the whole body be heavy. Let the breath be soft. Let it come back to your natural rhythm. It will take a few minutes to be still and quiet. And this time is allow the mind to disconnect and to let the body absorb the practice. You're very welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. You're ready to come out of the practice, start to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back into the fingers and the toes. Roll out the wrists and the ankles. And when you're ready, bring the knees in. Roll to one side and make your way up to sit. Remain seated with the hands in prayer in front of the heart. Take a moment to acknowledge your practice. Feel the practice in the body, in the mind, and in the breath. Bring the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows and remember your intention. And take all of this with you today. We bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.